Good morning. Please be seated. What a glorious, wondrous Saturday morning. Families, friends, faculty, staff, trustees, and community members. This is the big moment our students have been working toward, and we are so glad you're here to celebrate their accomplishments. Commencement at Louisburg College is the pinnacle of the academic year. It is a joyful and dignified event that honors the accomplishments of many students. All participants attending the ceremony are reminded that cell phones and other electronics shall be turned off to ensure that all guests can hear and enjoy the commencement activities. We have a parent quiet space in the lobby of the auditorium for use. Our photographers are positioned to capture the best possible photo of your student's special moment. So, out of respect for those around you, we ask that you remain in your seat when he or she comes across the stage. Please remain silent during the awarding of diplomas and express your excitement in ways that will not prevent others from hearing the speaker and enjoying the ceremony. Commencement closes with the recessional of the graduates, the faculty, and the platform party. Guests are asked to rise and remain at their seats until the graduates have left the podium. President Brown, as Vice President for Academic Life, I respectfully request the opening of the 2022 Louisburg College commencement exercises on this 21st day of May 2022.
Dr. Lockhart, Louisburg College family, faculty, trustees, graduates, and friends. By the authority vested in me by the Louisburg College Board of Trustees, I declare the 2022 Louisburg College commencement exercises open.
What a joy it is to gather this morning as a collective community of Louisburg College, made up of students and families, friends, community members, faculty, and staff that care passionately about the futures of the young and yet oh so capable people in our midst. As we begin the ceremony that represents this deep joy and immense celebration, please receive this blessing of a prayer. Let us pray. Holy and gracious God, you have brought us, this community, together in this moment to celebrate the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and courage of the young people in our midst. We are grateful for all that has equipped and empowered them for a moment such as this. We thank you immensely for their families and for their friends, the meaningful and the mentors, those who have supported them through the many seasons that have prepared them for this one, those who have believed in them along the way and provided spaces for them to imagine who they are becoming. We thank you deeply for those who have met them in this season, their season at Louisburg College. We thank you for the faculty and for the staff and for the community members who have graciously opened their hearts to meet our students exactly as they are and have began to imagine alongside them all that is to come. And God, oh, how we are so grateful for each of these students before us, for the compassion and for the passion that each of them exudes, drawing them nearer to their own callings and pursuing them more deeply into what it means to be called by you. May they know how celebrated, how deeply loved they are, exactly as they are, not necessarily for what they do, but for the goodness and the graces that are already within them. Amen.
Good morning. Morning to the parents, family, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, trustees, and most importantly, our 2022 graduates. I'm Brian Sanders, the Executive Director of Business Studies and Social Science. It is my absolute pleasure to represent the faculty and welcome you all to our commencement exercises today to offer a few brief words of greeting. I'm extremely excited to get to play a part in your big day. In looking back, it seems to me that graduation speakers are really only memorable for one of three reasons. One, they have a message that just really resonates with you. It just kind of sticks in your head. You think about it for hopefully years to come. Two, they talk way too long, and you're just like, is this ever going to end? Three, they do something that's inherently embarrassing. They trip on the way to the podium or something that you're just like, man, that's going to be on YouTube one day. I'm already here at the podium. I'm feeling pretty good about number three. Now, I know that my students are savvy out there, and they're thinking, yeah, but that guy hasn't made it back to his seat yet. And that's a valid point. You're going to see some careful stepping here in just a minute. As far as two goes, I believe in brevity. I don't have a whole lot to say to you today. I don't have any long metaphors about life being a journey. I just have a couple of charges to give you. So that leaves number one. I'm optimistic that if you remember anything that I say today, it's going to be because it's something that just sticks in your head. At least that's my goal. So I have a challenge and a reminder to you. First of all, my challenge. As much as possible, stay present in the moment. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Remember it. Not just today, though today is a great time to start this practice. I know right now many of you are thinking about three months from now, 3 years from now, and that's valid. I totally get that. Many of you are thinking back about 2 years ago. You're like, man, this time really went by fast. I can't believe that I'm already graduating. And I promise you all, there's parents and grandparents sitting here, and they're thinking about the day they walked you into kindergarten, holding your hand, probably tears on both sides of that transaction. And they're like, how in the world am I sitting at this graduation for this person that I love so much? All that to say, it goes by fast. It goes by incredibly fast. All of it. One of my favorite verses of Scripture is James 4:14. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. I realize that might seem kind of like a depressing verse to think back on regularly, but my faith plays a big part in why that gives me comfort. And one of the reasons I think back on that verse is just it reminds me to stay in the moment, to not focus on the past, to not worry about the future, but just really to soak in the moments that we have. And that's something that I challenge you to do starting today. You're going to be giving lots of hugs and taking lots of pictures with these people that care about you. Be fully present. Be fully here today with us. Secondly, I tell my students each semester that I believe in the motto of once your professor, always your professor. I've been saying that for years and years, and honestly, guys, I think I came up with it. I really believe that that is of my own device. Please, please, please do not come up to me after the ceremony and say, hey, Mr. Sanders, I Googled that thing, and somebody way more important than you coined it decades ago. Do not do that to me. Let me have this, okay? Let me have this. So what it means to me, when I say once your professor, always your professor, when I tell that to my students, I want them to know that my support for you doesn't end this moment when you walk across the stage, which is getting ready to happen in just a few minutes. It's not something that's just going to end, whether it's writing recommendation letters or looking over business plans or just giving life advice. This is something that I have done many times for students years and years after they've walked across the stage. And I know that every faculty member over there feels the same way and does the same thing. And I want you guys to remember that. I'm going to close with a little story. About 2 months ago, I was taking my oldest son, Desmond, to a park by our house. For those of you that I've had the pleasure of teaching in your 2 years here, some of you are smiling. You've seen all the cute pictures. You've been through this journey with my family as we've adopted our two boys. I have two sons who are 1 and 2 and the ups and downs of that. So I was with my oldest, Desmond. We go to the park, and there was a man and a woman. They were at the park already playing with a son who was just a little bit older than mine. And as I walked up, I had my Louisburg College baseball hat on, of course. And the guy's eyes kind of brightened, and he said, hey, Hurricanes. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And he said, did you go to Louisburg? And I told him that no, but I've been teaching here for a really long time. And by this point, we've gotten a little closer to each other. And he kind of looks at me, and I look at him, and I said, Chris? And I take my hat off and kind of lift it up, and he's like, Mr. Sanders? His eyes get huge, and he turns to his wife, and he's like, this is my econ professor from when I was at Louisburg, and he used to have way more hair than he does now, and it was really curly, and I don't know why he really felt the need to include that anecdote, but He went on to talk for 4 or 5 minutes about his time here at Louisburg. And we were able to reconnect, and I got his information. I was just thrilled to hear that after he left here and graduated, he got his 4-year degree from Shaw. He moved to Wilmington. He's obviously has a son now. He's been working in marketing for many years, and he has a job that he absolutely loves. And that made me so incredibly happy. For days after, I kept thinking about that and just being so happy for him. Now, 2 things to take from that. One, there is nothing that makes you feel old faster than watching your child play with the child of a former student of yours. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that was sobering. But more importantly to you, point 2, we are your faculty. The people you see sitting over there right now, we're your faculty not just for these 2 years, but for your life. And we want to be here to support you. We can't wait to see where you guys are going to go. And so once again, congratulations to our graduates in 2022.
It is my privilege to present the Bessie Arrington Gumpton and Naomi Dickens Shaw Awards for 2022. The Bessie Arrington Gumpton Distinguished Service Award provides a cash award to a member of Louisburg's faculty, staff, or student body who demonstrates outstanding and extraordinary service to the college. This Distinguished Service Fund has been established in memory of Mrs. Bessie Arrington Gumpton, class of 1908, by her sons, Samuel Gumpton and Willis Gumpton, class of 1942. This year, there are 2 award recipients. It is my honor to present the first recipient with the 2022 Bessie Arrington Gumpton Distinguished Service Award to Reverend Anna Hughes. The second recipient is the Louisburg College Human Resources Department, Mrs. Terry Wright and Mrs. Tamara Smith. The Naomi Dickens Shaw Award was established by the Reverend Caswell Shaw, a former member of the Louisburg College Board of Trustees, in honor of his mother, Naomi Dickens Shaw, who graduated from Louisburg College in 1928. Ms. Shaw was a dedicated alumna who returned to the campus at every opportunity from her home in Halifax. Ms. Shaw loved Louisburg and especially appreciated its mission of providing educational opportunities to the students it served. The Naomi Dickens Shaw Award recognizes teaching excellence among the faculty. The terms of the endowment stipulate that selection of the recipient will be made by a committee known only by the president. The 2022 recipient of the Naomi Dickens Shaw Award for teaching is someone that cares deeply about our students and the college as a whole. It is my honor to present the 2022 Naomi Dickens Shaw Award for Excellence in Teaching to Mr. Brian Sanders. Each year, students are recognized for their outstanding academic achievement. It is a tradition at Louisburg College to save the 2 most prestigious student awards for presentation at commencement. It is my pleasure to present the Isaac Dean Moon Awards and the Brantley Awards. The Isaac Dean Moon Award was established by the sophomore class of 1961 in honor of the late Professor Isaac Dean Moon, who taught at Louisburg College for 34 years from 1936 to 1970. The awards are given for outstanding leadership, scholarship, and citizenship to a graduating male and female student. Selection of the recipients occurs by a vote of the faculty and staff. This year, we have numerous recipients. The 2022 recipients of the Isaac Dean Moon Award are Miss Melina Clark, Miss Lark Louise Collins, Mr. Martin Catalan Aguilar, and Mr. Justin Stevens. The Allen P. Brantley Award was created for the late Reverend Allen P. Brantley, who was a member of the North Carolina Conference of the United Methodist Church and former member of the Louisburg College Trustees, established by the Brantley Awards to recognize outstanding scholarship among full-time students. The award is given to the graduating male and female students with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year, the female recipients are Miss Cheyenne McLean, Miss Anzie Meredith Lee, This year, our male recipients are Mr. Abdullah Akade, while the other recipient is not here. The other recipient is Mr. Lucas Bose. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Justin Janik, our Vice President of Student Life.
Well, I've only been with Louisburg College a short time, just one semester. I have truly enjoyed getting to know each one of you. Have really enjoyed leading the student life department, and I'm really excited to see where Louisburg College can go, especially with you all now becoming connected alumni that will come back for homecoming and all the wonderful experiences that we have coming up. With that, and of our wonderful students, I am just excited to have the privilege to introduce Miss Melina Clark, just an outstanding student, and I'm very, very excited to hear what she has to say after her time here at Louisburg College, both as an outstanding student and an outstanding athlete. Please welcome her to the stage.
Thank you, Mr. Janik, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, staff, faculty, guests, and graduates. Graduates, I hope you're all doing well and are excited to see what the world has to offer now that you have earned your degree. Remember that life is a series of decisions. You never have unlimited options or unlimited time to think. But what you do have is the opportunity to decide what defines who you are. Coming to Louisburg College is one of those decisions that you chose. And look at you now. You are preparing to walk across this stage and start a brand new chapter in your life. Finally, we did it. Let's talk more about defining who you are. Many people ask the question, what do you want to be in life? But the question that they don't ask is who you want to be in life. You don't need a doctorate to have compassion, nor do you need someone else's approval to measure your success. No one else can control who you are in life except for you. I believe that those who are born blessed with more bountiful gifts, more ability, and more privilege than others are obligated to use those gifts for the sake of the world, for all of our brothers and sisters. You must never use your God-given strengths, talents, and abilities to bring harm to anyone or for your own selfish desires. Make good decisions, do good deeds, be a good person, share your goodness with others. Those who look to not only better themselves, but those around them are warriors. Warriors, in my definition, are those who push beyond for the betterment of everyone. Look at it this way. Warriors strive to save other people's lives before their own. Warriors are precious. They are valuable. Their pure and single-minded dedication is separate from their natural talent. Warriors don't risk their lives to earn praise. They simply feel that they must. It is their calling in life. What they choose in that moment is a cry from the depths of their souls. Warriors push past their limitations to truly accomplish their goals. The definition of success is different for everyone, but one universal understanding is that you cannot be successful and be comfortable. You will stay at the same level. What do I mean by this? Surpassing the limits that you have for yourself allows you to move on to bigger and better things. You will not surpass your limitations if you remain comfortable. You will not even move. Moving past limits in your life is like closing a window, but soon finding that it opened an even larger window, a huge picture window, a window of opportunity into who you want to be in life. In the words of Saitama, the protagonist of the popular anime One Punch Man, who decides limits and based on what? You said you worked hard? Well, maybe you need to work a little harder. Is that really the limit of your strength? Could you of tomorrow beat you of today? Instead of giving in, move forward. Make good decisions, do good deeds, be a good person, share your goodness with others. As opportunities come and go, the decisions you make will shape your future and will define what people think about you when you're gone. As you transition to your next school or into the workforce, take a second and think about how you want people to remember you. As the life of the party, as an athlete with all the cool tricks, or as a quiet genius. Now that you have that picture in your head, is that the true impression that you want to leave on others? No one wants to be remembered as someone who did not care, was not kind, someone who wronged people, or was untruthful. Make good decisions, do good deeds, be a good person, share your goodness with others. Sometimes good people make bad choices. It doesn't mean that they are bad people. It means that they're human. There is never a wrong or a right decision. There's just a decision. Each choice has pros and cons. You can never accurately predict exactly how something will happen. But what you can predict is how you will react to the situation. Your reaction to the situations is what determines if those decisions were good or bad. You cannot control how someone else is going to react to your decisions. At the end of the day, you may look and question if your decisions that you made was the right one, but it was simply a decision. Deciding is something that you do on a daily basis, whether it be to go to class or to stay in bed, to go to a party or study for a test. Make good decisions, do good deeds, be a good person, share your goodness with others. If you believe in tomorrow and put yourself out there, you can naturally obtain your strength. That's how you will be able to smile and live long. Destiny, fate, dreams. These unstoppable ideals are all held within the heart of man. As long as there are people who seek freedom in life, these things shall not vanish. Find your purpose and do what genuinely makes you happy. Do not let anyone else define these values for you. You are your own person, and you are here to live the life that you are creating. Be proud of who you are, and be proud of what you have done. And if you cannot find it within yourself, then I and everyone here today are proud of you. This is just the beginning. Consider this momentous occasion as one of the many stepping stones into who you want to be in life. Each of you has an insurmountable potential that there is so much that you can do in the world. Keep going. You can win, and you can succeed. In the words of Rengoku Kyojiro from the anime Demon Slayer, if you are feeling disheartened that you are somehow not enough, set your heart ablaze. Try your eyes and look ahead. You may feel like digging your heels in, but the flow of time waits for no one. It won't wait patiently and stand by as you grieve. As I have stated before, make good decisions, do good deeds, be a good person, and share your goodness with others. Congratulations, Louisburg College, class of 2022. Thank you.
Representative Reverend James David Gilliard was born and raised in North Philadelphia. After graduating from the nationally acclaimed Central High School for Boys, he matriculated to Morehouse College, where he was on both honor roll and dean's list. He furthered his studies at St. Joseph University. His academic background is an unusual combination of theology, counseling, and business administration. For the past 20 years, Pastor Gilliard has blended together principles from pastoral ministry and public policy to form a collaborative model of human, economic, and community development termed Project Thrive. Since 2005, he has pastored at World Tabernacle Church in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. This church has grown from a church plant of 14 people to a mega church, serving thousands of families from 10 North Carolina counties and 6 Virginia counties. In 2013, World Tabernacle was named amongst the 100 fastest growing churches in America. In 2015, World Tabernacle Church, with the help of foundations and private firms, initiated a $13 million, 125 square foot shared use building project, which will be home to 9 independent yet collaborative centers addressing capacity building, childhood literacy and development, college and career readiness, culinary arts and hospitality, faith, family, and personal development, health and wellness, leadership development, media and broadcast and performing arts, and worship. In 2019, he was sworn into the North Carolina General Assembly as representative, House District 25 for Rocky Mount and Nash County. May I present Representative Reverend James Gilliard.
Well, good morning, everyone. That wasn't everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Lockhart, for the introduction. Can you join me again in celebrating Melina for her wonderful speech that she just gave us? To President Gary Brown, to the Board of Trustees and members of the board that I have a wonderful privilege of serving with them, to our faculty, and to our staff, to all of the invited guests. It is indeed an honor for me to have been invited to stand before you today. I want to begin with congratulating, because we're not applauding enough for my comfort level. So I want to begin with congratulating again the class of 2022. Congratulations. To the parents and to the grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers and sisters, all the family and friends who have stood with this class, who have cheered them on, who have helped them get here today. I want to be very clear, this is your day as well. And so Students, would you join me in a round of applause for all of your parents and grandparents that helped you get to this point? I want to extend to you greetings on behalf of the North Carolina General Assembly and also on behalf of our governor, Governor Roy Cooper. Today, I want to spend just a moment briefly to speak to you about doors to a fulfilled life. Doors to a fulfilled life. When I say a fulfilled life, I mean a gratifying life. When I say a fulfilled life, I mean a completed life or an accomplished life. But in order to live out a fulfilled life, an accomplished life, a gratified life, in order to live out this fulfilled life we're talking about, it requires a balance between self and society. It requires a balance between family and community. Think for just a moment with me how many doors we each had to go through to get into this room today. If we were to begin thinking about it, and generally we don't give much thought at all to a common occurrence like a door. But if we were to begin thinking for a moment about a common occurrence like a door, think about it for just a moment. We got up out of our bed and we very likely went through a bathroom door into the bathroom. If you took a shower like I did today, you opened up a shower door. If you walked out of the bedroom, you walked through a bedroom door. We got downstairs, we walked into our garage, we opened up a garage door. And then we proceeded to open up a car door. And then we hit an automatic opener, and then another garage door opened up. And if we really begin thinking about it, we rarely give any thought at all to the doors that get us to where we are. We don't give any thought to them because typically they work for us. Typically they open for us. Typically they generally function exactly like they're supposed to function. They provide us with safety. These doors provide us with security. These doors provide us with aesthetics. Sometimes you drive by someone's home and you're like, wow, look at that door. They provide us with convenience, and in many situations with privacy. And unless they, for some reason, don't open, we give them no thought at all. Doors provide access. They provide boundaries. They provide opportunities. It's an entrance point for where I want to be, but it's also an exit for where I no longer want to be. And I've been living a while now. And as I've been living, I'm beginning to learn that there is beauty and meaning behind every door that opens and closes. And so I want to invite you for a moment to join me in viewing doors metaphorically and symbolically. I want to share 4 doors with you. First is the door of education. I want to commend you. I want to commend you on your decision to attend Louisburg College. I want to celebrate with you your graduation today. And if we begin thinking about it, education and the door for education really is quite expansive. If we don't educate our minds, we are forced to reduce our dreams. And education allows for a higher paying job, which means we can become more financially secure. And education teaches us how to handle responsibility. And education gives us the necessary tools to think for ourselves and to back up our arguments. Education exposes us to peers, allows us to see a diversity of experiences. It allows us to see people from different viewpoints. Education helps us realize our potential, which in turn allows us to empower ourselves. It helps us to be able to do more than we've ever been able to do before. My father taught me when I was a small child that education can't get you to heaven, but it sure makes getting around earth a whole lot easier. In the process of getting an education, we start making new friends. And sometimes those friendships last a lifetime. There might even be someone who got an education here who also met your future spouse here. It helps us develop a better understanding of the world around us. It allows us to learn from our mistakes. It gives us all the necessary skills we need, like time management and social skills and organizational skills. But you're probably thinking, well, I've already been through that door. Well, yes and no. Yes, you've been through the door of education of Louisburg College, but this is what I want to leave you with, and this is what I hope to submit to you. And that is, make a commitment to becoming a lifelong learner. When you leave here today and you begin taking your next step, one of the necessary skills for the labor force as we move forward are for men and women, boys and girls who understand the value of committing themselves to lifelong learning. I've always believed one of the most important and one of the most telling questions you can ask of any person is simply, what are you reading right now? I want to encourage you to commit yourself to reading more, to exposing yourself to all types of opportunities that are still available. Cicero said, a room without books is like a body without a soul. Mark Twain said, the person who does not read has no advantage over the person who cannot read. And so the first door of this fulfilled life is the door of education. The second door of this fulfilled life is the door of association. There's a proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. If it's true, then we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time around. So I want to encourage you to choose your friends wisely. Choose the people you associate with wisely. If you should have an opportunity, and I don't know if there's anyone here today who's from Asheville. Anybody from Asheville in the room? No Asheville folk? You get a chance to go to Asheville. There's a hotel in Asheville. The hotel is called the Grove Park Inn. You go to the lobby of the Grove Park Inn, there's a vintage car from the early 1900s. I believe it's a Cadillac. And just above that vintage car in the lobby of the Grove Park Inn is a plaque with the name of 3 guys that associated themselves together. When they began hanging out as young men, none of them were accomplished. None of them had money. None of them had influence. None of them had an impressive Rolodex. But some type of way, they understood the value of associating with people that could help you fulfill your dreams. They understood the value of associating with people who would make you better. They understood the value of associating people that would challenge you. The names of those 3 men were Harvey Firestone, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. Who we spend our time with is paramount to our success. It is paramount to our success socially, spiritually, and materially. Associate with people who will challenge you to be the best versions of yourself. Surround yourself with a multitude of counselors. I don't know how many of you recall your Greek mythology. But if you recall your Greek mythology, there is a Greek warrior by the name of Odysseus. Odysseus has a wife named Penelope. Odysseus' wife Penelope is the queen of Ithaca, and he has to go off to fight in the Trojan War. This is like 1100 BC. He has to go off to fight the Trojan War, and he leaves his young son. They had a young son named Telemachus. And they leave their young son with a trusted advisor, with someone that could be a confidant, that someone that could develop him, someone that could mature him. He is gone to fight in the war, a war that takes 10 years and another 10 years to get back home. When he finally arrives back home after 20 years, he finds a fully developed son who is mature in every way, largely because of who he left his son with. And the name of the man he left his son with was mentor. It's where we get our expression mentor from now. Find somebody that can mentor you. The doors of a fulfilled life are education. The doors of a fulfilled life are association. The doors of a fulfilled life are elevation. This is the door none of us want to go through. This is the door that requires sacrifice. And in order for us to go high, we're going to need to sacrifice. All of you have been born with a crown above your heads. The issue becomes, will you ever grow tall enough to ever be able to wear the crown? The door of elevation will allow you to do that. The door of promotion or advancement. Pursue someone or something that causes you and enables you to be willing to lay it all on the line. We are elevated to the degree that we are willing to make sacrifices. Sacrifice writes the check for the price we must pay to be successful. It requires sharing and surrender. It requires a discipline. And so I want to encourage you to walk through the door of elevation. And then finally, I want to encourage you to walk through the door of dedication. As a pastor and as a state representative, I've seen people at their best. I've seen people when babies are born, and when they have weddings, when they have graduations, when they get a new home to be blessed. But I also see people at their worst, when they lose their job, when sickness hits, when their children are in rebellion, when homes are falling apart. And at that moment of setback and at that moment of disappointment, I want to invite you to view it not as a loss, but as a lesson. When one door closes, another door opens. That's what has always been said. And having a door shut when we want it so badly to have that option available can be hard. The thing that doors opening and doors closing is, you'll eventually realize that given the chance in certain situations, something better is down the road for you. So I want to encourage you, in those moments of struggle, stay dedicated. Albert Einstein didn't speak until he was 4 years old. Benjamin Franklin was a 10th grade dropout. Stephen King's first book was rejected 30 times. Oprah Winfrey was a runaway 14-year-old with a dead baby boy. Thomas Edison's light experiment failed the first 1,000 times. Vincent van Gogh only sold one painting while he was alive. Steven Spielberg was rejected from the school film of his choice. Billy Graham said, "Comfort and prosperity have never enriched the world as much as adversity." So keep striving, keep trying, keep believing in yourself. Today marks a new chapter in your life, which is a book you're writing of flesh and blood. Walk through the doors of education, of association, of elevation, and of dedication. And I leave you with the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the American essayist. He said this, and it is my prayer for you. May you be an opener of many doors. Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to be with you today.
Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts in the General College, Associate of Science in Business, and Associate of Science in General Science degrees please stand? President Brown, these candidates have completed all coursework required for their degree and have been approved by the faculty and certified by the registrar. It is my distinct pleasure to present them to you for the conferring of their degree.
Dr. Lockhart, Louisburg College faculty, by the authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Louisburg College Board of Trustees, upon your recommendation and approval for the successful completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon these students the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, and the Associate of Business degree this 21st day of May 2022. On behalf of the Louisburg College Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and administration, I congratulate you on achieving this academic accomplishment. I pray for similar success for you in all your future endeavors. Congratulations.
The names of students participating in commencement are printed in your program. As you read the names, you will notice that some of our participants plan to complete degree requirements this summer. Students that are expected to complete degree requirements during the summer are noted within your program, and those students will only receive diploma covers today. The recipients of the Associate of Science in Business will now receive their diploma. Elias Almanderes Condes, cum laude. Martin Catalan Aguilar, cum laude. Nasir Zion Cooper. McLaurin Fatilinga, cum laude. Cale Heitman. Ashanti Monique Ridley. Brianna Nicole Spears. Jace A. Winston. The recipients of the Associate of Arts in General College will now receive their diplomas. Bryson Lee Akers. Abdullah Akade, magna cum laude. George Absalom Ayino. Vivian Janae Berger. Kevin Boykin. Kalissa Alana Brown. Harry Cash. Jayla Lavon Christian. Melina Maria Yolanda Clark, summa cum laude. Lark Louise Collins, magna cum laude. Jonathan Frank Jesus Donan Codon. Soshi Indo. Keyshawn Tyree Epps. Jeremy Evans. Michaela Nashelle Everett. DeAndre Brandon Fulmore. McKenna Ann Glasscock. Tiandra Nayela Hanson. Antonio Paul Herbin. Darius Isaiah Houston. Caleb Howard. Laterion Johnson. Naquavion Shaheem Johnson. Luke Michael Jones, cum laude. Nasir Jalen Lawrence, cum laude. Ansley Meredith Lee, cum laude. Amber Lynn McLaurin. Neville Naimjo. Jeffrey Dwayne Oaks. Fan Zen Ooh. Cum laude. Josue Orozco Acosta. Cum laude. Jahaven Patterson. Genesis Serenity Angel Porter. Christian Powell. Tanasia Kazian Anik Miller. Xavier Rhodes. Quincy Robinson. Brandon Rogers. Michaela Ruffin. Brooklyn Ivy Rush. Jessica Russell. Carly May C. Ellen Spear. Cameron Spellman. Jalen Stephen. Brianna Tucker. Carolyn White. Zaire Carrie Virginia Wynn. Devin Woodard. Abigail Lee Yarborough. Santoria Celeste Culliver. Kerrigan Grace Ewers. Daly Elizabeth Keel. Cheyenne Kaylee McLean, cum laude. Deja Michelle Phillips. Chelsea Michelle Roberson, cum laude. Foster Madley Jillian Sharp. Madison Alexandra Stein. Louisburg College Class of 2022, to signify receiving your degree, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your cap. Faculty, staff, family, and friends, I present to you your graduates. Graduates, please offer appreciation to your family. Celebrate them. And the Louisburg College faculty for the roles they have played in making this day possible. Would everyone please stand? And join in the singing of the alma mater. The words are printed on page 3 of your commencement program. Following the alma mater, please remain standing for the benediction and the recessional. Please stay at your seat, keeping the aisles clear until the faculty and the graduates have left the auditorium.
Alma mater, sheltering college, thou hast been our guiding friend. From thy fount of flowing knowledge, we would drink until the end. Be thy children's inspiration, glowing light to cheer and guide. Stand, O college, alma mater, through the changing years abide. Greater love and veneration be thy portion, mother dear. May each coming generation bring rich gifts thy heart to cheer. May thy stalwart columns heavenward ever point the way of life. Stand, O college, alma mater, through the changing years abide.
What a gift it has been to share in this collective experience together as Louisburg College community. We are incredibly proud of each of the gifts you have and have honed over these last years together. Now it is officially done. Friends, may you receive this blessing. As you go from this place, may you always remember that it's not so much about what you do, but so much about the goodness of God and the grace for the journey that is already intrinsically within you. May you use that goodness and share that grace in a way that allows you to love your God, love your neighbor, and love yourself more deeply and more fully than you could have ever imagined before. Amen, friends.